My first name is Lydia, my last name is Rodriguez, but I prefer to go by Lila. I'm a fifth-year student and going to be graduating this semester, just in a few weeks actually. And I remember coming into this campus and I was kind of scared, not gonna lie. Scared because I was a first-generation student, and it's been quite the journey because I had to go through a lot of different loopholes. I started off working at a career center for 2 years. The first year was unpaid. My second job on campus was working at a research center.
As a student, she was balancing her life, her work, her academics, and just what is a toll for a student like her to take on all those challenges, because she's not attending Cal State Fullerton in a vacuum. She's attending the institution while there's so many things happening in her life, and she would constantly try to be navigating these situations. How does she help her siblings? How does she help her parents? How does she stay diligent about her job with us?
While I was doing the career center, I had 3 different jobs all throughout my first, second, and third year. And that wasn't easy, but I had to do it because I had to eat. And my parents weren't able to help me with things that they wanted to, like either homework or financially necessarily, like with my school expenses. But they helped also because even when I was studying, they would bring me some tea, even though they didn't know what they could do. They were so sweet. When my mom specifically, who's like my rock, whenever she got sick, it's really different when you have an undocumented parent, because how do you get it's navigating how do you get the right health care for them. How am I able to support her, because I'm not able to advocate for her in these different spaces. And it was really challenging to be in a lot of different places at one time. I always felt like, man, I'm not doing enough, even though I was doing all these different things, But I guess throughout the process, it's also about learning, it's being reflective and learning, you don't have to do 10,000 different things at this moment right now. I think the bigger thing is really just about focusing on and taking every day one day at a time. And then the biggest thing too, throughout all these different challenges, was really leaning on the people that I met. Just being able to, whether it's like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe we have these like 6 pages to do in like 3 days, or if it was either that or talking about the things that were happening, the people who we were, trying to work with in different organizations, or just having a shoulder to really lean on sometimes was really one of the biggest things. Because keep in mind, for a long time before now, I wasn't spending a lot of time, as much time as I could at home, because I was doing a bunch of different things. So whenever I was on campus, I really felt like I had like a second family, and like I was able to depend on a lot of different people who were close to me. I think my idea of being a first-generation student has changed a little bit, while it does come with a lot of challenges. Being a first-generation student is having a lot of strengths and a lot of different assets that you can bring into a room or add to the conversation. I'm only a few weeks away from graduating. I'm going to be thinking about the people who were a part of the journey. I'm going to be thinking about the friends that I made, the blood, sweat, and tears that I put into the work that I did for my own club. I'm going to be thinking about the amazing people that I've met and all the different things that they've done after working at Serial, as research assistants. And I think the biggest thing is also going to be thinking, I did it. I can't believe I did it. Because it was such a, I promise you, I was, I was nearly dragging myself on the floor some days because that's just life sometimes. But through it all, I did it. And that's something to be proud of. Truly. Yeah.